Kellyvision production.
We need is people who are individuals who will write their songs about whatever's on their mind, knowing that people don't have enough of that social or political or uplifting material.
If you're going through stuff in your life, that's what you need to put your music or your art about. That's what it got to represent. And that integrity is going to come through in the music. That's what people connect to. That's soul music. Soul music. Soul music.
This world is a mess. Babies getting aborted before they take their first breath. That's gotta be the worst death. But what's life worth on this earth when niggas can't read and write, but they're beef and fight over turf? The price of your life.
What's good, Baltimore? It's your man Wisdom here. Today we got a special interview. My man Ahmed, the last born child, is in the house. We're just gonna sit here, just discuss music, discuss entertainment, art, life, living, whatever it may be. So, no further ado, got my man Ahmed here. What's going on, man?
What up, what up, what up?
What's up? So you've been on the grind for a good while now, man. Just tell me a little bit about your beginnings as far as music, creativity, art.
Man, I'm what you call an artist. I draw, cut hair, DJ, you know. It's just a part of me. As I evolve, I've learned that I can do certain things, and right now, you know, I'm coming to like a bloom as far as like rhyming.
That's what's up.
You know what I mean? But I've been doing all kinds of artistic stuff since I was a little boy.
Right. Just looking at the environment around here, I see a little bit of the artistic, vision that you actually have now, from the paintings on the wall. Listening to your music, we was going through your scrapbook earlier now, man. So, just tell the world, man, what influences you as far as your hip hop?
Man, my influences are my family. Definitely big influences from my family. You know, I had uncles that used to play the guitar. We come to my grandmother's house, they'd be playing the guitar, singing songs.
Right.
You know, as soon as you walk in the door, my Uncle Willie, he had the amp and the electric guitar sitting there right by the door. My Uncle Bubba played the guitar, you know. My Uncle Mark played the guitar. My brother, he used to freestyle all the time. I mean, that's where it really started for me. Then, like, my neighborhood, we had DJs in my neighborhood, dudes that rap in my neighborhood. My man Baby Bob, rest in peace to Baby Bob.
Rest in peace, man.
You know, and then from there, I figured, you know, sooner or later I would jump into it, you know, after absorbing so much influence from so many people.
Right. When do you think, time-wise, when do you think you really start, the art of emceeing? Around what year?
I would say it actually started probably about 84, 85, and I saw like B Street or Breaking.
Wow, that's what's up. So was you up on at the Boulevard when my man got thrown through the glass back in the day?
No, I was
B Street or whatever.
I was there for the B Streets, the Break-ins, your your Crush Groove. I was there for those, right? But when I was in elementary school, we had a little crew called the Fresh Crew, Fresh Force. Fresh Force. It was me. It was my man Solomon, my man Dark, and a girl named Pig. And you know, Pig and Dark could rap, and you know, me and Solomon were the break dancers and the poppers.
So I've probably seen y'all before. That name sound familiar, like the block parties, rec centers.
I don't know. We did a show, a talent show at Norfolk Rec. You know, that was something that we did. It was pretty much the only performance we ever did.
That's okay.
But you know, from there, you know, I was just still like a student of the whole hip hop game. You know, just trying to get as much knowledge about, you know, like Kool Herc, Afrika Bambaataa, Run DMC, and learn all that history. You know, and just kept going, walking along with it. It seemed like, you know, this whole hip hop thing, like we was born pretty much at the same time. So as it grew, that's what everybody was listening to. That's what was all coming into the new, like Curtis Blow. You know, when I was like 5 years old, you hear Curtis Blow record for the first time. And as I grew, you heard Run DMC and Fat Boys and all those different groups like that back then. it just kept evolving as I evolved.
Exactly. Now, do you still consider yourself a student of the game, or do you consider yourself more of that next level, a teacher, or is it a combination of the two?
I would say a student. I'm still a student because, you know, this whole thing is still moving. I'm still learning, and the game changes. You know, but like I look at it like how like I used to watch a lot of like, you know, the karate movies. They used to come on Sundays, like Channel 11, and you looked at the guys that were the students. Their goal was to become the teacher.
Right.
But to become that teacher, that monk, you had to study for like 40 years.
Right.
You know, so I'm definitely still on my grind as a student to become that monk.
Right.
You know what I mean? I can't say I'm a monk right now.
Right.
You know?
But I think you're well on your way, just from your influence, just from your positivity, your lyrics, just your whole aura, your presence now, for real.
Appreciate that.
No problem, no problem. Now tell me a little bit about outside of the hip hop realm, what you do as far as community work.
Oh wow. Oh man, I do announcements at the Dunbar basketball games. I'm a part of the Dunbar Alumni Association. I'm a part of a program at Catholic Charities where I go back and I speak to the men at this place called Christopher Place. I also volunteered there before. I'm just generally somebody that wants to go out and just show support, show love for people that are doing stuff or in need of stuff. But one of the main things that I'm involved in is PPO3. I'm like one of the main people, along with Louis Williams, LaShonda Jones, Charlotte Davis. I ain't forget nobody.
Shout out to PPO3.
Margot Lopez, Terrence Hinton, Tasha Flowers.
Now they're all poets basically. They're all Dunbar.
We all went to school together. We graduated different years, but you know, our main goal is really to make an impact.
Right.
You know, so people can see that, like, okay, giving back means something. Being that person that takes a little bit of time from your busy schedule and asserts yourself in a way that's going to be helpful and productive to somebody else that's coming up through the ranks. You know, that's what this is about. That's what PPO3 is for. Exactly. You know, we've done a few events. We've done 2 softball games, pool party, 4th of July cookout, chicken and waffles brunch. We got these wristbands.
That's what's up.
You know, these are hot commodities. Make sure you got yours. That's what's up. We also gave out scholarships last year. That's in the plans for this year.
Good.
You know, and we also kicked off a mentor program. You know, so it's just being, you know, active and recycling that positive energy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's truthfully what hip hop should be, from the essence of hip hop, giving back to the community. It wasn't just about partying and getting your drink on, but from my standpoint, hip hop is about community and about unity, and you know, definitely that's what you're showing so far with your outside ventures. But you know, bringing it back to the hip hop realm. With us being here in Baltimore, just tell me a little bit about how you feel about our scene right now, as far as, you know, the Baltimore hip hop scene.
Man, it's thriving. It's thriving. I mean, I went to 2 shows this week.
Right. I
went to a show last night at Talking Heads Club, right on the side of Sonar. That show was off the chain. Right. You know. Shout out to General Beats.
General Beats.
General Beats tore it down last night. Also, I saw a group I never heard of called Mindless and McCracken. They killed it. You know, then there was a few other groups. You had like WAP Getters. There was a guy named Pac-Man. You know, these are groups that I'm not familiar with.
Right.
But I'm glad I went to the show. You know what I'm saying? And just being an artist, just to see another artist up there. You know, I know what it takes to, you know, get your music together and get your shows together and you know, bring out support. So, you know, I was, you know, impressed with what I saw last night.
Good.
And then a couple days before that, I went to a show at Autobar. And I saw Kane Mayfield.
Now, Stalley was at that show as well, right?
Stalley was at that show.
Okay.
He was the headliner.
Right.
So you had Stalley as the headliner. You had Kane Mayfield. You had Greenspan. You had a brother named Devon Beck. You had Acoustic. Al the Great.
Al the Great, right.
I mean, it was like these are more artists that I've just learned about. But it's just like the scene is thriving. There's a lot of talented artists around Baltimore City. Definitely a lot. In and around, in the city and in the county. You know, it's just, you got your pick for whatever you want. Like if you went to a restaurant and you wanted something like maybe you want Chinese food or you want Italian food or Greek food, it's the same variety in Baltimore. If you want hardcore, if you want gangster, if you want conscious, all of that's here.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's all here.
So where do you fit into the Baltimore hip hop scene?
I fit in from a point where, you know, I'm somebody that's like, you know, I would say I stand in that gap.